And there it is. And there it is. Y'all missed out. My original intro to this recording was a 2-minute interpretive dance to Down by the River. But then I pressed the wrong button on the OBS, and then I got some weird thing called text GDI showing up on my screen, so it turned into a nightmare. So I aborted the whole project. Now you just get this nice clean vanilla bean intro. I've been hearing a lot about these Ninja Creamies. I looked them up. They're $2.50 Canadian, and people are just addicted to them. Making like all these like muscle bros are making like nighttime creamies, and they're just loving them. I gotta be tempted. I gotta say, I do make something similar myself. So, like just with my blender. My blender is like a cheap, like $50 blender, so it sucks. Obviously, the motor's weak. So I would not be opposed to that necessarily. How many short rests we got left? 0. The short rest we just kind of burn through, don't we? Especially as we incidentally take accidental damage our entire life. Okay, I'm sure that's the Susur tree. Let's take a look inside here and see what we find. Thank you, my lovely dear. The Tongue of Madness. This must be a kind of mushroom. What are these? Water barrels? Wooden barrels? They give you a lot of ways of playing this game. Sublimate of Tongue of Madness. What's this guy up to? And why does this elevator suck so much? Burlap snacks? I mean burlap sacks? If you play a game that you have mouse sensitivity up to a certain height, then you immediately play a different game afterwards, it's a very disturbing situation. Where everything you were doing before, now if you're playing a game before that needs a lot more quick movement, then suddenly you play a game now where it feels like the mouse is dragging on the mouse pad. Very disorienting. Anything out here? Just a vase. You know anything with the vase? Sounds great. I've actually never even heard of that. So you're opening my eyes up to new things. Essence of tinnitus spores. I think that's what I said. I'm not a good reader. What are these? Sprouting tin mask? No, you can live. I don't have to kill you. Anything along here? This lovely array. This is the same elevator. Threadbare book, supply pack. Ooh, is that a burlap sack? Can't wait to find a rotten tomato in here. No, it's a rag. Okay. Again, so glad that I searched everything. A hat? Like, should I add that to Gale's hat collection? Threadbare book. This threadbare book looks like it once contained a play, but most of it has been lost to time, vermin, and an unfortunate ink spill. Only 2 full sentences are indistinguishable. How can I trust? How will I ever know? How can I show myself my darkest me? Is that a song lyric?
Seems like the owner was quite the literary type.
It seems like a... I found it was called Yomi Yomi because you massage the salmon with the different ingredients together. I'm missing the connection between Iomi Iomi and massage, but I guess you'll explain that. You might explain that to me at some point. Okay, so here's the elevator. Here's a wooden barrel. More gladiatorial sandals. They put that shit everywhere. Okay, hold on.
Nothing's happening, but it doesn't look broken.
Okay, you can't ascend either. So over here. Oh, Lomi Lomi. Okay, so I need to get down there in order to get the Susur Lee Susur tree. I could free fall. Is that door open? No, the door's locked. Let's figure out what I need to do. Charge this bad boy up. They really do. They really, really do. Okay. Every day I curse you. I curse you, Twitch L. How can you do this to me? Alright, so I'm no closer having explored this level full of treasure. Oh no, delicious Hawaii. Nom, 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 nom. Alright. Alright, you baited me in. Let's have a look here. Aloha, I'm Kathy. Salted salmon, tomatoes, onions, and green onions. It's like fucking Kahlua pig. Okay. It's like ceviche meets pico de gallo. Ooh, this looks good. Pretty clean cuisine. Would I buy this? I guess I'd probably buy it. This looks good. You guys are having a very authentic meal here. I like that a lot. Okay, so these are gates. That's pretty fun. Are you sending the proceeds to the meal? Are you selling pig and then sending the proceeds to a town in Hawaii that got completely evaporated? Okay, so I've opened. So this is where I came in. I do not yet see a way to charge up the escalator. Elevator, whatever. That sounds good. I remember the first time I like smoked salmon was just when I was working at a restaurant. Even just like black peppercorn, salt, and brown sugar just makes such like a delicious thing.
No way to ignite these. Strange.
Sacred flame. Target cannot be an entered entity. Got it. Okay, so I can featherfall this. Or I can drop from here. This drop is not going to kill me. Hold on. What are these? Yeah, the classic. Gravlax? I learned what Gravlax is recently. It's like sort of Scandinavian smoked salmon with a ton of dill in it. Okay, well, I'm already down here. There must be some trick to powering on the wizard's tower. But barring all that, what we will do is go to our trusty spellbook. On to access our trusty spellbook. Let's get rid of Witch Bolt, I guess. How to activate Featherfall, if I can find it. Where are you at, Featherfall? There you are. Alas. Okay, squad. Leap of faith time. Whee! Ooh. These are very phallic mushrooms over here. Weave moss. Acorn truffle, that's new. Scroll of remove curse. Ooh, it's a blue one. Susur flower anti-magic field. Duly noted, duly noted. Blue cap. A vase. Where'd that vase go? There it is. Okay, I kind of like this magician, whoever he is. So I need the bark, right? I don't want to cut this guy's tree down. That's a douchebag move.
Have to keep going.
Well, I hate to be a stickler dick, but I do need this, I do need this bark. So why is this field sticking around? Is the field sticking around because I have the blooms on me? A Susur, hold on, what's it say? A Susur tree flower is draining the character of his magical energy, preventing him from casting spells. Well, what the hell do I do with the blooms then? Okay, got it. Miller time! I'm good, buddy. How are you? Okay. So let's see if we can get in this door. It's at least there's a name departure, you know? Okay, so I want these flowers. So how do I get into this bloody keep? When is your event start? Okay, this looks like a door that I'm not gonna be able to open. Find out. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one. 15? Whatever, easy peasy. Yep. Wait a minute, where's my guide? No, she can't use it, right? Oh man, we tried. We tried our best. Oh, I was close. I was close. I was hovering. I was like, Miller time. That's not a female's name with a made-up last name. That's what I was truly worried about. Those are the ones. If your name was like Susan Anthony or something, then I'd believe it a lot more. Okay, give a potion of visibility to the withered. An elixir of arcane cultivation also to the withered, and a potion of healing to myself. Okay, surely in here I can figure this stuff out. Okay, I'm gonna be real creative with it. I'm gonna put these 2 blooms in this barrel. I'll totally never forget that. How you guys doing? Are you going to the luau too? Are you Hawaiian for the day also? Lolth's candle. What's that? Black hue light. Look at the size of this thing. Lolth's candle, eh? Where'd that just go? In his alchemy pouch? Why does he have 2 alchemy pouches? Why are you doing this to me? Take all. And open this one and put everything in there. Sublimate of Arcane, yeah, all this. All that goes in there. Are you guys playing multiplayer, or are you both playing your solo game? I've been watching a bunch of like the EU LCS casters playing together, and they're having a great time. Non-stop sabotaging of each other's gameplays. They're I have a cleric spell. Where is that? There's a cleric spell called, where is it? Feign Death. This you can use. This you can for sure use on a teammate and wreck their whole lives. Yeah, I mean, you guys are like living together, right? That'll make a duo playthrough legit. Some people I was talking to be like, yeah, for sure, we'll play multiplayer later. I'm like, yeah, we will, but like, how much time are we actually gonna get in? I think it's gonna take me 40 hours to finish Act 1. Do you think I can really coordinate that with anybody? There's a hole over here. That does not look like a hole. That's a pipe. I guess any pipe is a hole, to some degree.
I'm way too big.
Yeah. Okay, this is spooky. I think at the pace you guys are going, I guess it'll be months. It might take years. Just kidding. Slow and steady wins the race. Especially the steady part. I'm in it to win it. I'm here every day. I'm going to do the same thing with this game I do with DOS 2, which is be so thorough in a playthrough that I'll be as sick of it as I was that game. And we are having an alchemy party in here. Treatise on the anti-magic properties of Susur tree flowers. Yeah. And I think you have to kind of play a multiplayer session a little differently than you play, like more like D&D. I don't know. I think you play a multiplayer session a little differently than you play like a board game. I think you go to like stir up nonsense and get into adventures. I already know if I play a second time, I'm just going to like wander around and then say mean things to people. And whoever like stops me for like a quest is going to like generally regret it. I know what you mean. Even the more I learn of the game, especially in the more I learn the game, especially in like the first 5 or 10 hours, I was like, there is so many different classes I want to try. Spore Druid, like the Thief Rogue, the Wild Magic Barbarian sounds fun. Eldritch Knight, different kinds of Warlock. There's a lot of different ways to play. Mostly Storm Sorcerer is the one that I'm like feeling bad that I don't have. And I would even consider changing Gale to a Storm Sorcerer now, because in this game and the other Baldur's Gate games I play, there's just too many fucking spells, man. It's like paralytic in how many choices you have, and I kind of feel bad just being like a dumbass using all the AoE damage spells. But it's also fun. There's so many big brain ways to play. Storm Sorcery just kind of like puts a twist on it where you're limited and you can stick to like a focus. That sounds so cool. It's also still like in Gale's wheelhouse too. For those LD Hurst. For those knowing about Susur trees, their magical properties have always been a topic of debate. Not only their ability to create an anti-magic aura, which is completely enough that even those unattuned to the weave can feel its effect, but also, and most interestingly to those living in the world above, the way its roots, barks, and flowers can be harnessed to make magic items. Rumors of such items are rare, but spread in settlements bordering the Underdark. Their existence, however, has never been confirmed by any of our clerics, nor by any other reputable scholars. I hypothesize that these items are no mere legends, and indeed in this treatise I will endeavor to explain how I myself created items that have anti-magic properties, and that use the magical absorption of Susur trees as a power source. If I can get an anti-magic weapon for my barbarian, who when she's raged out can't use magic anyway, I'm going to have an absolute fucking boss character. Lines have been drawn on the following page as if the author intended to fill them with writing, but the remainder of the thin book is blank. By the way, you changed Karlach to Berserker Barbarian. I wanted more axe swinging, less magic. I think it's been pretty fun so far. She does so much of the work in my party, I feel like. Like, I feel like she does probably 75% of the damage to the entire team. Honestly. I do think the Wild Heart is very interesting. I just don't know enough about what it offers. And Berserker is disgusting. You can throw anything at people. You just like fill her inventory with weapons and shields and throw weapons and shields at people. It's unlimited range damage. It's unreal. I just had some black seed oil. Do you know what black seed oil is? Do you guys know what that is? It's like one of those like, I don't know. It basically works like aspirin. It's it's like a Middle Eastern thing, historically. They call it like the cure to everything but death. It's supposed to be good for like inflammation, cardiac issues, etc. Just whatever things you need. But it like stays in your stomach longer than... It stays in your stomach longer than raw red onions stay in your mouth after eating it in a burger. Horrifying. The sun had just fallen below the horizon when I first heard its call. 1,000 reed pipes at once, whistling a I've heard this before. Yeah, I've seen this before. That one's like what's it called? H.P. Lovecraft. Okay, what we got in here? This probably sets up the whole building. Power generator. Power generator. What weapons have you used for Karlach so far? I find having like just a sick greatsword is just the best thing ever. Right now she has this halberd, and it's a little weak. It's not really giving it to me right now. And you can always respec, right? So I can change Karlach. I can change Gale to be an actual Storm Sorcerer if I want to. Costs me like 4% of my total stack. It's not bad. Okay, what do we have here? Glowing gems. Wooden barrel. Magic of the weave, an introduction. Few try to understand the weave, a true pity for only those who are truly attuned to the weave can rightly call themselves spellcasters. Someone who I find, there's a guy named Grimhood on Twitter who I found like extremely influential on like my general lifestyle. And the two things he basically hangs his hat on are black seed oil and like various forms of magnesium as like essentially cure-all supplements to some degree. Or like just things that everyone would benefit from essentially. Cure-all sounds a little, you know, cure-all kind of sounds a little bit like snake oil. But black seed oil, both topical and ingesting, and the same thing magnesium, both topical and ingesting. Magnesium chloride as either dissolved into a bath for like muscle relief or like sprayed on like tight areas for like muscle relaxation and temperature regulation. And then like ingesting various forms of magnesium with your food, like either something like magnesium glycinate or taurate or chloride, etc. Some people use citrate because it's cheaper. Thus comes the question, what is the weave? It is an essential element of the universe. It runs through everything in unseen threads. It is what makes magic possible. It is also, though I will not go into further detail, the goddess Mystra herself. The weave isn't magic precise, but rather it is the raw material from which magic is woven, not entirely unlike how a collection of threads is shaped and formed into a garment. Those with the necessary talent and skill can manipulate the weave and perform magic by casting spells. Developing the skill takes years of learning and constant practice. You might have heard of those who cast spells because they're born with an innate connection to the weave, commonly called sorcerers, or worse, because they struck a bargain with an otherworldly creature also known as warlocks. Do not be deceived. Their magic is unpredictable, uncontrolled, and in some cases not even rightfully theirs. No, to truly know and manipulate the weave is an art, but those wizards who master it will know the limitless power and beauty the weave provides. I'm going to take that book. Let's go into the camp. The guy basically advocates to take like essentially 800 to 1,000 milligrams a day. Like there's not really like an upper limit of how much can be beneficial. That's not nothing. I take like a fat, I pour a glass of water at night, a very tall glass of water, and I put a little bit of salt in it, and then I put a fat pinch of magnesium chloride in it. And I put the salt in to offset the slight bitterness of magnesium chloride, and then I chug that in the morning. And then I have magnesium glycinate in my nighttime like frozen yogurt, which someday might become a Ninja Creamy. Thinking about it. It's fine, I'll just spend $800 in 4 months between an espresso machine and a Ninja Creamy. That seems reasonable. There came to me a woman whom I'm sure... I saw this before. Yeah, alright, we're good. Why is there a book in a barrel? It's a book that I've read from someone else. Forming Told School, lots of stuff here. This is an alchemist's dream. I hope this guy doesn't come home before I rob his house. Where is this guy anyway? Is he in the village? Surely there's like some sort of setup where this guy eventually comes home, right? I know a secret door when I see one. Alright. What's up here?
How much farther can I go?
I feel like I can just drop down? No, never mind. I can leave from here if I want. Wait, where's this? This is crazy. This is a busy thing. Uncovered mysteries. Detect thoughts. Level 2 divination spell. Okay. There is so many free necklaces. Free spell necklaces I'm getting. Okay. This is pretty fun. I'm glad I met this Arcane Tower. Full of alchemical delights. And rotten tomatoes. There's always rotten tomatoes. I've been starting to get through my tomatoes that I've planted in my plant pots. My family and I have reflected that we probably put too many... We put like 5 plants in one large pot. So that was a mistake. But I'm getting some nice tomatoes out of it. When I made my lamb chops last night, I put like tomato, yellow pepper, and shallots onto skewers. The problem I have with the lamb chops is by the time I get all the color on them, they're like, I cook them through until they're like distressingly like golden brown. And they're like, by that point, fucking like barely at rare. So I've been having some rare lamb chops. They're pretty good, but it's a little stressful, you know? Okay, what do you got? Hey. Hey. Open.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
Hey, can I get a detect here? No? Alright, maybe it's coming from this.
Light on my feet.
Alright, turn it on. What do we put into this thing? Combine items. Power generator with... Do I put one of the blossoms in there? No. Surely one of these books gives me more details than I've already got. Got baited into the raw chicken legs. Alright, let's see. Will this work? Oh, let's go. Yeah, I've got the Misty Step, the blink spell. I got a lot that are kind of useless right now. Oh. Oh, this is so sick. Oh my god. This is really cool. Wow. Wow, that is very, very, very satisfying. Okay. So, I gotta put one of these back. That was really beautiful. The shattered tower, veined in blue. Chickadees keep running into the window. Can you stop? Shit's stressing me out. Just eat. You can't come into my house. I don't know what we've done with glasses and birds, man. What a bummer. Okay, so why does this not open? Where's the lever? That's not the right lever. I feel like we get new. I feel like this is new music, right? Okay, let's take the book. You can't just take a book like that and not. Oh man. I'm gonna keep this book around. The music is ramping in tension. I'm stressed out. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about the bark right now. I could... Do we still have Featherfall? We lost it? So we could technically jump down here. No, they're not going to let us. We could technically jump from up here. He is a... They're going to let me do it? He has the stupid thing. Okay, get out of the way, fatty. Alright, whatever. I don't care that much. I do want to figure out how to get down to that basement. Alright. I'm really glad the arcane turrets are down. Really? Excuse me, I'd like an animation next time for getting myself between floors. Maybe it's just a magical elevator. That's legit. I'm fine with that. Okay, one more up. This is so cool. This could be traps up here, I think, for sure. Engraved. This is so cool. What have we here? Goblet, plate, vase. I put the shorts up of those two ridiculous things. Yeah, fall to her doom. Speaking of that, good timing. I put the shorts up of those two things. We didn't get the same success that the Desquito death did, but got like a, I guess like a quick like 250 to 300. Kind of interesting. 2 torn out paper. The careful art of Tirsu ciphers. What is this? Is that a book? An engraved disc of Githyanki origin containing a complex cipher that can decrypt ancient Gith dialects. A useful discovery if one should encounter such writings. Yes. Hell yes. Okay, pick it up. Yes, we keep this. Nice. Torn out paper. No, don't ping it. Read it. Couldn't believe it. The writing on this torn up strip of paper is shaky and blotted with tears, making it barely legible. The silence stretches on. I'm all alone. Please, can I hold your hands for just a while? All these... Okay, tangent time. I've been watching a podcast recently, which is Shane Gillis talking to Louis C.K. about the U.S. presidents. It's 6.5 hours over 4 episodes of them just like recounting what happened with different presidents in like a colloquial, casual way. Being like, so this president then said, fuck this guy, and blocked him for office, whatever. Kind of talking about the whole process. They were talking about how a ton of presidents will have like that moment of like someone rejecting them on their value when they were young and then being like, you know what, no way, I'm going to show them, I'm going all the way. The same way that Walter Isaacson, who currently is writing Elon Musk biography that's going to come out pretty soon, who also wrote like the seminal Steve Jobs biography, said that behind all of these guys is a daddy issue, essentially. So it's kind of funny to see that even these like weird wizards studying things, they're still obsessed over some person. Kind of implies to some level that a lot of books will say that all these like weird, arcane, strange, esoteric lives that people live are sort of like substitutes for a normal, balanced nuclear family style. Kind of wonder how many people actually specifically make that thesis, or how many people just kind of like use it as a trope. Excuse me. From Barraquir we made our stand, meant to rule but led astray. By wicked tentacle and wicked hand this world belongs to the grey. Mind flayers? Orendal stole all we had, yet taught the weapons by which to slay. Forge your minds to ironclad, this world belongs to the grey. The exile freed us with his command to conquer what was taken away. Crush every monument into finest sand, this world belongs to the grey. Trade your heart for steel and tan, for whip and mind we flay. Let them all hear of our descent, the world is nothing but grey. This sounds like a Githyanki... like a whole Githyanki scene here. Got another disc, pick that up.
Such a strange disc. Are these Githyanki molecules? Lazelle might know.
This book comprises several chapters, one for each cited source. It claims to contain first-hand transcriptions of the oral histories of several storytellers throughout the realm. Chapter 4, Baldur the Swift, 700 years of age, wood elf storyteller hailing from the wood of Sharp Teeth. It took me several 10 days of quiet habitation in the wood before the venerable Baldur felt comfortable revealing his presence to me. The longer I stayed, demonstrating I was no help to his health and peace, demonstrating no threat to his health and peace, the more open he was to gentle inquiry. This tale, relayed to me on a chilly morning as we stoked a small fire between us, was like none I had heard before or since. I asked if it were fiction, and he insisted emphatically it was as true as his own right eye. Long ago, before my eyes and ears, before your lonesome quill, dear scribe, there was an empire of people, or perhaps only belief. An empire of brain-eaters, soul-wasters that called themselves Illithid, the flayer of minds. The children of Gith were bowed, bent in service to the flayers, a passionate people made to serve a cold belief. The flayers were untouchable, their minds a great oppressor. No proud will or passion could break Gith's children free. Until at last our reckoning, its source unknown, its power unproven, but its events history making. The cloud would not be cracked, Gith's children fought back valiantly. The freedom theirs the flayers bent and broke until today. Pretty sick. Another book that we'll take. Rows of books. Soul Coins, a treatise, sort of Anap's memoirs. What's this? My life has been a long succession of pleasures: to see my town take to my ideas and seek legal extermination of local orcs, to see my fights against horrid living conditions in city factories take off, to have the chance to see a new generation take to these ideas of a better, kinder, fairer, more intelligent world and run with it to new regions of the continent. It was not a life without struggle, however, and I shall regret its failures. My friend Thuelto comes to mind, who adopted such cruel ideologies later in life. I will forever console myself in the idea that such a brilliant mind would only conceive the theories under the strain of exile and the promise of reinstatement, as she ultimately was. Is Thuelto who we're dealing with here in this place? Roads to Darkness. Okay, we're putting it all together here. Yeah, I agree. A good father figure that supports their kids at a young age. They're kind of against men's nature sometimes, I think. It's hard to be patient around children. The thing with parenthood is that everyone thinks it's the standard that everyone should go by, but some people love child rearing so much more than others. So the fact that we're all in like segregated cells of nuclear families is not necessarily the best way that it works up. A lot of kids, well, maybe it helps with human individualism that so many children get raised in so many disparate ways. Because if there was like, I don't know, more centralized childcare, it would be maybe a little bit different. That has its own flaws. That's the problem. Every idea has its own flaws. The Roads to Darkness, an epic tragedy with power, corruption, and loneliness. Prologue, a lonely road. I'm already intrigued by this. Thunder and lightning, enter Soreth. Soreth, new sounds through damp and dark oppression break. Is it the foe that foul contemptuous heal? Or art thou friend, a rescue from my lonely wake? Come out of love for me, not love for blood and steel. Enter Risia. Risia, how would I know, Soreth? It's been so long, what do I know of you, and you of me, Soreth. Wait, do you hear that sound? Enver Amphius. Amphius, what's this? Those figures so familiar both, but still you seem so strange. It's Amphius. Dear Amphius, what happened to your face? It's pale as death. Your eyes are black as char. And you, I saw your teeth as sharp as blades. And what is with this road so sick with blood? What happened here? What happened to us all? Exeunt. End prologue. Act 1, 10 years prior. The rest of the play tells a tale of 3 elven friends, their path to power, and how corrupted, mad, and lonely they killed each other. I wonder if that's the Chosen they're talking about before. Pick this up. We're also taking this book. I'm getting loaded up. Okay, we're good. We got lots of room. Handwritten letter. It's like a mystery. I watched a YouTube video last night by a guy called, I think it was Game Maker's Toolkit. It's about like modern detective games, like The Return of the Obra Dinn, and a new one I find very fascinating called Shadows of a Doubt. I own Shadows of a Doubt. I haven't played it yet. It looks ghetto, but it looks very, very fascinating. And I always thought that if I was going to make a video game as like a starter game, I don't know if you ever played the 2 new Deus Ex games, Human Revolution and Mankind Divided, but it's so cool in that game to sneak into someone's apartment and then just like look at the scene of their house and find the things in it that like say what's going on in their lives. Usually it's like one-off kind of story things, but I think it's very, very, very cool. Kind of like escape room style, just to make a game that's like a room with a mystery and you can figure out the mystery to some degree through the room and like interacting with objects. There's a lot of different games that are like that, but I think it's a beautiful kind of like tech noir, cyberpunk. You can do it in any sort of fantasy, any sort of setting. I just think it's so cool. Like, for example, Cyberpunk is a huge game with apparently pretty good mod support. I'm not sure how they used it, but that's an entire fucking city. And then like 90% of the buildings you can't get into in that game. So it would be really, really cool if mod support is like you can get one of the apartments or one of the doors to enter into a house, and then you use the game maker tools to make it that your own little thing that people can subscribe to that or to like order those into their game. That would be a very, very, very cool way to show creativity in a game which has such a bad rocky start that people aren't going to go back to it to the same degree maybe they would have. Dearest Lenore, I'm not sure why I should say this, but your last letter really worried me. Why in all hells would you tame a bullet? Just because you found it near Mjolnir's grave doesn't mean that it's a sign. I'm really worried about you, Lenore. A bullet is not a pet. Using it as a guardian is one thing, but you sound quite taken by it. I know you don't want to come back up before you finish your research, but if you are feeling lonely, you know my door is always open. Lots of lugs and love and hugs. Lots of lugs and huv. Amarith. P.S. It really warms my heart to hear that you put the autumn crocus flowers on Myrna's grave. I remember she liked to roll around in them, even though she'd always sneeze after it. She was such a soft, loyal dog. I wish there was more I could do. So find Myrna's grave and put autumn crocus on it. Roger that. Pick that up. We're learning stuff here. No, don't talk to Karlach. I know she's fat. Soul Coin Treatise are everywhere. Fringe Philosophy 5. Is your friend's favorite game the 2000 original Deus Ex? Or one of the ones from like the mid-2010s? The publisher's note claimed this volume promotes magical theory too radical for the mainstream. This excerpt is a tribute to High Artificer Thora Bryn of Baldur's Gate. I suppose they seek to silence me, believing that an artificer of the High House would not stoop to publish in any volume outside of the great Gondian journals they so diligently guard. But they forget that I am not so grand. Before I lent my name and my knowledge to the High House of Wonders and all the marvels therein, I was not but a lazy farm girl who liked to look up. I remember this. I've read this one. Fucking hell, I've read this one too. Alright, whatever. Fun fact, the original from 2000 Deus Ex was the first game that I ever streamed and recorded. Back when I had headphones on and streaming with headphones and a microphone, but not realizing that my webcam has a microphone on, so I was talking through the webcam for the first couple episodes. If you don't think it's too dated, the first game is like largely considered one of the greatest games of all time. And the first game that was like an immersive sim that had widely branching abilities to get through any scenario, something that even in a game like this, those factors go through. It is a bit of a wonky combat system. Like it's one of those games where you need more points in your guns to be able to shoot accurately, which can be annoying. But the original Deus Ex is like one of the all-time great video game stories. And a true classic. The other ones are very evocative and very beautiful. They have a great atmosphere, and they're really fun to go through the world. They are not quite as original or innovative as the original one, which is like legitimately an all-time classic. And maybe new games to some degree in the last 5-8 years have started to supplant how people view like kind of like GOTY or GOAT games. But for a long time, it was like would make top 100 video game lists as the #1 game ever. It's so sick. I've played it through all the way 3 times. Okay. An excerpt from The True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrix Morrow, a pulp serial following the real-life exploits of an interplanar fifth captain. The real Captain Morrow was known never to have left her native Waterdeep and emerged from a room through the yawning portal only to scrawled manuscripts for fresh meals and ink. That last book I read, where it talks about this person who's like a high artificer in Baldur's Gate, made me realize how big Baldur's Gate's going to be when I get there, so how much more game is coming. Fucking crazy. And thus in the light of the Feywild's never setting sun, we passed into the land of the Eladrin. My astute resolution to sail around the forest was betrayed. It seems to me that the river itself conspired to change course, bringing the new bride into the shadow of the trees that I might see those dancing figures up close. The form of the Eladrin, with which I am now intimately familiar, is that of elves as seen in the fever dream. Slender as wands and with hair of every interchangeable hue, their moods mirror the fey wilderness from which they spring, one moment gentle as a still pond, the next inexorable and deadly as a falling mountain. The latter I experienced only after spending many agreeable hours or perhaps seasons among them. A halfling woman employed among my crew as a smith dared to raise her voice in a song above that of our hosts. The depth of the insult became clear as the forest fell into silence, and it was only a quick thing on my part that delivered a compromise. When we left, it was without our smith, and the only sound was the solitary ring of her hammer as she endeavored to forge a blade that would sing for the Eladrin more sweetly than she. It has been some centuries since. I hope she's succeeded by now. Very cool. Okay, who's this? So, did I go through this? Yes. These piles of books I did not search on the ground. Jesus. This is gonna be the whole stream. It's gonna be this Arcane Tower. I'm so here for that. Torn out paper. Did I read this already? Writing desk? No. Made of stone. Tiger mist. Let's see this painting. Huge improbable peaks elude the prowling of this mist, known as tiger mist in Faerûni folklore for its strange padding quality. It's nice. You can make 55 gold from that thing. If you wanted to. Is that a laundry basket? There's a button over here. I'm sure I'm going to regret that. On Death and Resurrection. I think I've read this. Okay, I'm not ready for things like button presses yet. Portrait of Marcus Miles. This bed is not clean. I'm guessing this person's been gone for a while. A brusque-looking dwarf is picked out in broad, evocative brushstrokes. His magnificent hat is bettered only by his beard. That's a good-looking dwarf right there. That painting is worth less than the Tiger Mist one. Okay. So. What's in the chest? Mage's Friend. Arcana and Religion. Sick. Except, let's make a little review here of what his character sheet is. And what are his histories? Religion and religion, acrobatics, athletics, insight. So he's the only person where it actually matters, because he's the only person who does the talking. That's pretty cool. The missing link. So something that's interesting is that they were originally going to make 3 games in the new trilogy. Number 2 is kind of a shit show. The story is clearly unfinished. And Squaresoft, who are kind of douchebag publishers, if a pretty good game design studio, kind of cut it and put those people working on, like, I don't know, Marvel's Avengers or some bullshit. So they only really got about 1.5 of those 3 games on. However, the Deus Ex was one of the franchises that was purchased by that huge, gigantic Swedish or Danish conglomerate from Squaresoft. Look, even this is lit up? Why is that also lit up? There's another Sousa bark tree over there. Interesting. So maybe they might continue it, but you would need some of the same people probably if you're going to make the same game. So it's slightly complicated. Anyway, let's press the button. The original Deus Ex is just one of those games. This is where it came from. It is just one of those games. Their ultimate philosophy, it's interesting to read some of the stuff about the making of the game too.
Strange place for a button, especially one that doesn't work.
I feel like my protagonist is getting chattier. Okay, so I guess we learned a fair amount there. It was one of those games where they're like, the presupposition in the story is, what if every conspiracy theory was all true? Essentially. I know, like a 4chan Twitter dream. Oh, hello.
You sound some damp and dark oppression, Grey. Is it the foe? That foul, contemptuous heat?
You know these words. They are from the opening stanza of a play you found.
Shit, did I read this play? I mean, it heavily implies that this is the only quoted text. Or art thou friend, a rescue from my lonely way. Thank you, game, for not making me choose between 3 different made-up options.
Out of love for me, not love for blood and steel. Command as you see fit, my lord.
This is sick. Look at this design. It's so organically metal.
I love poetry as much as an ex-wizard, but using it to command an automaton.
Oh my god.
A bit self-indulgent to me.
So, and have you thought about any other respecs you're going to do in your characters? Because you talking about the respec on the Berserker is like lit a fire in my stomach for a Storm Sorcerer. But I'm worried that if I respec him from Wizard to Storm Sorcerer, and then maybe back to Wizard, I'll lose all of the scrolls that I read and the spells he learned. I probably would. That would make sense. Now they're fucking with me. Now they're giving me the choice. I think it's this one because as I was reading it, I was like, this kind of sounds like what Celeste sang in Final Fantasy VI when she's in the opera house. And this one, they both sound pretty similar. Oh god. I think this is it. But would they just really do option A both times? This one also sounds like something Celeste would sing in the opera house as well. Okay, maybe I just don't have to say anything. Who are you? Okay. Okay, we're done. We don't have to do this whole thing again. Yeah, the trick, well, depends. If you don't have a thief / rogue or shadow monk, I think the trickery cleric has some pretty good advantages. But if you have those, maybe it's overkill. How can I trust? How will I ever know? How can I show myself my darkest me? What am I getting myself into here? Okay. This looks like the animated armors that I might have to deal with in the city of Baldur's Gate. There's a lot of these Jews here. I like life a lot. I'm using that now. I'm intrigued by light as well, which I guess is more of like an anti-undead thing, like kind of like paladin. But life is working for me a lot. Life, if you look at this, life gives her... all 6 of these spells are always prepared. Bless, Cure Wounds, Lesser Restoration, Aid, Revivify, and Beacon of Hope are all automatically prepared. And then she gets this heal once per short rest, which is 15 healing on everyone, and Turn Undead. And she somewhere has something where whenever she heals anybody, she automatically blesses them. I don't know where that is. But somewhere in this, anytime she heals people, they're getting blessed. I'm not sure what's going on. Hey Kai, how you doing? I am 34 hours into the game. I am probably 80% through Act 1. That's the sense I get. But I'm being really thorough. I'm being like... It's exhausting to read this much. And to search this many fucking barrels.
One day I'll catch a break.
What's Guiding Light? There's 3 acts. And despite the game being in early access for so long, they only ever had Act 1. So they use that as like the test realm for different classes, etc. Read, whatever here. The paper is torn and patched in many places as if it was well used but treasured. On it is a small poem without a name. These empty sheets are all that's left of you, the last of all the thoughtless gifts you gave. I will hold on to them, it's all that I can do. I can't throw them away, I've never been that brave. Oh, this person's got... What's this? Guiding Light. Guiding Light, uncommon. Evocation cantrip. Used by the previous owners to access both the Underdarker's darkest corners and her own basement. This ring seems to reflect light when there should be none. Okay, if I pick this up, are they gonna be mad? It's red. Is this gonna... Are they gonna turn on me? We're good? No one cared about that? We're good. Great. This is very, very cool music for this. No, not already. Shut up. No. I heard a lot of people did 55 acts. I heard a lot of people did 55 hours for Act 1. That was like the Co-Carnage tweet I saw. That sounds about right. I don't know if I have 20 more. That seems crazy. Scroll of Fly, nice. I have the spell Fly now. I haven't used it once. You have 100? Are you playing until dawn? I love it. I love to hear it. I love the dedication. It is a little bit tiring to play. But damn is it good when it, but when it's good, it's good. Okay, what's going on here?
Don't waste a step.
This would be a fun jump. Oh, I stole a Featherfall. If I wanted it. Okay, I'm gonna climb up this part here, see where it goes. I think it's great. He's like, honey, do you want to have dinner soon? You're like, can't play. Can't prep, must cast wild magic. Okay, so... I can't say with any surety that I've really learned or accomplished anything here, besides raked in a huge amount of alchemical ingredients and learned some fucking wizard lore. Alright, Bernard, we're gonna chat a little more.
Command as if you feel. My lord, my liege.
Don't get me wrong. I love poetry.
Nobody asked, Gale.
and X-Wizard,
Nobody
but
asked.
using it to command an automaton seems a bit self-indulgent to me.
I was saying this earlier, the one problem with my group, monk, wizard, barbarian, cleric, is that I have no one to use light armor. I mean, I could give light armor to the cleric or barbarian, but a lot of light armor is like dexterity checks and like plus stealth, etc. And I have no one to use that because the monk uses no armor. So that's the one thing that is not good. Because if you have no armor at all, you add your wisdom bonus to your armor and have these other things that happen. So that's the one thing I messed up on. Having a rogue instead of the stealth monk would have been a slightly more balanced party. I'm just trying to give armor. I'm trying to give him ammo, you know? Honey, you're malnourished. Your skin is cracking from dehydration. The silence stretches on him all alone. Can I please hold hands for just a while? This is new. These empty sheets are all that's left of you, the last of all the thoughtless gifts you gave.
How humble to know. Is all that I can do. I can't put them away. I've never been that brave.
This is like... This wizard is like a teenage song poet. Do you just give me something? What is happening here?
Command as if you feel. My lord, my liege.
Don't get me wrong. I love
Gale,
poetry and
shut
much
the
of
fuck up.
Using it to
Of course, my lord. Don't be afraid, sweet girl. What can I do? So, would you like a hug?
His eye looks like a little moist, don't you think? Doesn't his eye look like he needs to blink away a tear a little bit here? No, but I haven't hugged anyone in a while. I have a masseuse who goes to who's like a stocky woman in her middle ages who's like got like healing strong hands and thickness to her. And she says that sometimes someone will come in here. She's like, someone will be like, "You're the first person who's touched me in 5 months," and they'll have kind of like a teary moment about it. It's kind of touching. I'm fine, thanks.
You're strong. You are stronger than you ever knew. Remember, I'm always here for you. And you will never walk this path alone.
What is happening here? Is he gonna break my neck? Ooh, I was a little worried there for a second. Okay, I did not find the Suser bark. Unless I want to chop the tree down with my girl. Karlach. No hug for the... I think the robot's giving the hugs. I don't think the robot's receiving the hugs. That's how I feel. Okay, so... This is all making me slightly nervous. Let's descend a level. Descend another level. got most of the stuff in here. Chest of the Mundane.
From that chest, I can feel it.
So if the chest is of the Mundane, and she says you can feel magic from the chest, what happens if I take the Sucer Bloom to said chest? Riddle me that. There's so many levels to this thing. Okay, downstairs we go. Okay, so the last thing is how the bloody hell...
Arcane lights, of course.
Okay, alright, Angle. Chest full of wooden cups. That's the magic. It's an illusion. Okay, so this lever is going to open this door. But how do I open this? There's no indication of how to get in here. Lucky lockpicking is so easy. Lockpicking is the great game breaker. The game breaker of all game breakers. I'm not going to cut this guy's tree down. That's so messed up. I know I said that before, but I still want that bark, you know? Find somewhere else to get it. Pretty much. I've had some pretty good dice roll calls today. There's a difficulty modifier. There was a difficulty class 10, and I said I could roll a 2 and still succeed this. I then rolled a 2, and the modifiers made it to exactly 10. I almost had a heart attack. The different floors have different music. Like the spooky music's on the bottom floor. I think. So where's that mundane chest? Oh. What just happened? Disable an arcane turret using a Sucer flower. Interesting. Oh my god, I'm so smart. Oh my god. He's a genius. Featherfall on the boots? Hearthlight bomb, bathe in your... Oh my god. Okay, so Featherfall on the boots is sweet, but all my boots are good. These boots are very cool. This is very good as well. The problem is all the boots, and they give you the best boots ever in this game. And just like, what is this? No one's got a cape. No one has a chest piece except 2. No one is, I don't know, whatever. Where's my enchanted undies? Bullshit. We've been a little light on rings. But we can just do some more rings. No, not that one. Where's that religion ring? Did I give it to you? That'll be useful. Guiding light. That's her. All right, let's go by type here. We got a bunch of fun jewels we got here. Look at this. 6 parasites in jars. Are you making a lore joke or is that a real thing? What is this? A tarnished charm. Makes it easier for the wearer to succeed death throws. What are these? Necklaces? Yeah, she's deep in the game. There's lore jokes coming in. That's a good one too. That's a very good one. Lightning Blast, the pendant. Is that better than Misty Step though? I'm not sure. What is Lightning Blast? Focus electricity in your veins to strengthen your next lightning spell or cantrip. A bonus action for 2 turns and a long rest. This is sick. I'm not using Chain Lightning though, but I will keep that. This is really good. Ray of Fear and Wounding Ray. Frightens your target. 2 spells on her necklace is hard to turn down. What does she have? Saloon's Dream. This thing sucks. Let's give her some badass things. This I don't understand. I don't know what the Absolute's brand is. Would you stop? I'm trying to concentrate here. Detect thoughts, animal friendship, spring step boots. So we got those featherfall boots. Where do they go? Does he have them? I'm totally confused. I'm totally distracted and lost over here. She's got all these weapons. Did I give them to him? Featherfall boots. These boots are better. These boots are better. These boots are better. These boots are better. Actually, these boots suck. But he already has Featherfall. I'm giving her this one. I guess you can have Featherfall boots. Oh, right. I'm being stupid. Never mind. Those are heavy boy boots. That's why she has them. They're medium. Okay, so I don't need these spider step boots anymore. Okay, these are better. All right, we're doing great. So, do I still have that bloom? I really would not rule out there being an underpants store in Baldur's Gate. There's an underpants slot. I'm gonna get Gale some polka dots. Just full jammies? Full jammies with like the little button off like square opening in the bum? Like a child?
Revealed thanks to this ring, no doubt.
Wait, what? What happened? You say a button revealed thanks to this ring, no doubt? Where? What ring? What is happening? I must know. I have to get into that basement. It wouldn't be here. It wouldn't be down here where you get revealed by the flower. Because the flower you take in here regardless. Oh, yeah. Look, I thought he was about to walk through it. He looks like he's about to walk through it. He's in the fucking wall. Okay, so what did that just say? Okay. So as soon as I landed down here, it said a button showed up thanks to that ring, no doubt. That's not going to be the dialogue options. Will it? No, that was just like ambient shit. This alt button should show any buttons. It was in here. Oh my god. There's nothing better than this. So, here's with his water sparkers, when the water stands in water during combat, it becomes electrified. If the wearer starts their turn on an electrified surface, they get 3 lightning charges. So he can pour water at his own feet and just start zapping himself up. So with this and this blast pendant, you could actually become like a thunderbolt, Odin, Thor, Ragnarok-ass god. That is very, very interesting. Oh. Okay. Do I keep the... Okay, do I keep this flower on me? This flower is making things happen. I think. Scroll of color spray. Scroll of slow. I wanted to learn slow. Oh my god, I'm having a great time. Notes from a soothsayer. Each chapter of this book details a unique case study in the soothsayer Geraldine Haverlow's illustrious career. Its 23rd chapter is conspicuously dog-eared. Torture 23, The Frightened Noble and the Ochre Omen. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, it's all just coming into place. I have to do it. I have to at least save and try it to see if I can switch back to Wizard. But Wizard is like... Come on. It's cool, but it's almost so all-encompassing that it's losing its thrill. I'm going to try it. I'm going to switch it. Maybe at the end of Act 1. Won't be today. I'm going to think about it a little bit. But I'm not going to read anything about it. I want it to be a novelty. I got to stop gesturing off screen. This is my limit, right here. No gestures past this point. Where are we? Hereunder I have transcribed a conversation between myself and a young nobleman of my lifelong acquaintance. Typically he came to me for guidance in matters of love and fortune, but his visit to me on one particular occasion stands out particularly in my mind. Madam, please, what I say to you is true. Perhaps you'd be so kind as to repeat it for the record. The fellow I met was of ochre of skin, with ears of an elf and the nose of a half-rotted corpse. Markings like those on a fawn's hide decorated his skin. I see. And what did he say as he approached you in the, what was it, misted glen upon your lands? The fellow, the creature, the man came to me slowly, a blade in his right hand. I was transfixed, as though stricken stiff by some magic. He held the sword below my chin and asked me something I could not understand. I see it now, the blade, silver as the moon, as the moon in a lake beneath my chin. Calm yourself, sir. You are quite safe. You say you could not understand what the fellow said? At first, no. At first I knew not what tongue he spoke, but he seemed to glean my confusion and tried in common instead. And he said, tell me now, which plane is this? It was then I lost grasp of the ghost and fainted directly to the ground. And then when I woke, I know not how much later, he was gone, and I flew to you. I understand, child. Be not frightened, for you have been visited by a most auspicious omen. Your crops will yield twice their wealth this year. Truly, but who was he? He was a figment of your inner demon, a messenger from your deepest intuition, and he came to inform you of your impending luck. And I tell you, it was so. That was a Githyanki. That's totally a Githyanki. It's not a fucking soothsayer. Scroll of Speak with Dead. Scroll of Dark Vision. Cool. This guy is loaded. I need a scroll book, just like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Okay, what's going on here? Ooh, there's a staff. Nice. Okay, we're starting here. There's nothing down here. Keep searching. This is so fun. Oh my god. Can I go a day without rain? Scroll of Dark Vision. Scroll of Melf's Acid Arrow. Scroll of protection from energy. This is the spell that the cleric has, so you can choose which thing to make it immune to. That's very cool. But again, a little too big brain for this guy. I've read that. Read that. 7 temporary hit points. Scroll of Featherfall. This is so many goddamn scrolls. Read that. Read Scroll of Magic Weapon. Infuse a weapon with arcane energy. The weapon becomes magical, receiving a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? Have I read Fringe Philosophy Volume 5? It's so hard to keep them track. I suppose they seek to silence me, believing that an artifice... yeah, we've been here. I've read this, like, in this building. He's got 2 copies in this building. This is a scatterbrained wizard. Alright, what's over here? Barrels, wooden things, a beautiful little enlightened tree. We've been through all this. You can go right to the top floor. Okay, they want me to go to the top floor. Gilded chest. Dehearst diary. This is her. Crisp cursive fills the pages of the diary, detailing the daily struggles of a cleric of Mistra studying the magical properties of the Underdark. The last entry dates back about 10 years. 2nd of Alturiac, 1481 DR. Forever 1500? Who would have thought 3 years ago that I would start a diary? Not a research journal, but a real diary. I guess whenever Tholith more like to kill you than converse with you, talking to a book starts making sense. And who would have thought 3 years ago that I would be called back to Baldur's Gate to confer with the other clerics of Mithra, right at the apex of my studies? I have all the pieces, but I have barely started my treatise. Treatise is a great word to say with a lisp. Treatise. No matter, I will take my ring with me to show them the glance of the possibilities. I will leave you my dear book, here together with the rest of my research waiting to be finished. I should be back before next chase. LDH. Taking that. That's going to camp. The Sparks Wall. The wearer can't be electrocuted. Grants resistance to lightning damage. See? The Storm Sorcerer build continues. This is so sick. Scroll of Glyph of Warding. Scroll of Haste. We have a Scroll of Haste and Slow. It's all going great. It's all going just great. Magic of the Weave. How many copies of this book you have? Woman. Torch. Been there. Row of books. Notes from Soothsayer. It's in the same floor. Okay, what we got here? Staff of Arcane Blessing. Let's give it an examine, shall we? 4 to 11 damage. Bless grants an additional 1d4 to saving throws and weapon attack rolls. An additional 2d4 to spell attack rolls. Okay, my question here is whether if you have this staff and someone else blesses you, whether you receive the benefits of this or it's only the bless that is sourced from you. Regardless, this is a very good staff. Oh, he's getting weighed down. He's chunky. What's doing it to him? Scrolls? No, can't be. Potions? Hats? It's hats, isn't it? He's got too many hats. Spider silk armor? You don't need that. Stop it. He hasn't had a moment in a long time where he's like, I need something to eat that's magical. So I can just throw some of this shit away. Get him closer to normal. I don't even know what's filling him up. Oh, he's the camp supply sack bitch. Currently. Got it. Okay. Alright, where did that staff go? Memory shard. What is this?
A dull crystal, glowing only faintly.
Why can't I get guidance from her? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Is it gonna break now?
You rack your brains, but it is, for all intents and purposes, a particularly pretty rock.
What's going on here? Oh, could we have the stupid...
Live in more interesting times.
This game is detailed.
A dull crystal.
This is gonna be even worse. I'm way dumber. Look, he's way dumber. Oh, he's so stupid. Oh my god. Okay, it's fine.
You rack your brains, but
Okay, okay, all right.
some purposes.
I can't believe I failed that on Gale. Are you kidding me? Focus on the glow.
Feel your consciousness stretch, reach out, and recoil as if at a bare-handed slap. Yours is not the mind it was expecting.
I've been dazed. Okay, back to Gale. Is it still here? Can I use this again?
A dull crystal.
He looks like such a redneck with that hat. Like, if I fail this again, okay, thank you.
You heard its like described before. A memory shard used to store brief mental impressions.
I had read that before. It's about 100 between 2 and 3. Gently probe the thoughts within. All right, Gale. The DLC is BG2. Okay. Is the BG2 DLC directly after the events of the normal story?
Crystal's glow swells, drawing you into its depths. You are transported somewhere deep.
What have I done?
And hot as the hells themselves. Within the Underdark's bowels, beyond an ancient stronghold, hovers a giant hammer, waiting to fall.
Yeah. Yeah, where do those guys go, right?
And you're back to yourself, left only with a firm sense of a place, a grand forge.
Okay, cool.
Forge. Such would be a rare and valuable find indeed.
That's a funny thing. That's something I've learned with streaming, is that there's some people who are just into the game. You know what I mean? They're going to be there for that game. That especially happened with Dark Souls. People being like, or Fallout 1 was a bit like that too. People who'd be like, oh, you're making me want to play Dark Souls again. Oh boy, I'm going to go for my 65th run. Those people existed. Oh, I'm gonna try a dex build this time. Oh boy. Elminster said that Naloth was a wonder to behold when it floated in Faerun's sky. He was surely right. The Netherese enclave was once a jewel in the empire of magic, with towers that pierced the heavens. And yet it fell just as all Netherese enclaves did, crashing down when Karsus' folly ripped magic from the world. But even after it collapsed into the sea, its ruins still held a strange twist of beauty. I traveled here from Halrua when I heard the sea had retreated and the ruins of Naloth were visible once again. Alas, What's the sound? Alas, I was not the first. Looters have stripped the enclave of its material wealth, destroying much of its esoteric riches in the process. What's that sound? I found arcane books used to make campfires, the magic lost out of the ages. I've met some Shadowvar here whose interests aligned with mine, and we have agreed to search the ruins together. I'm grateful for these allies. The ruins are mostly filled with thick-skulled adventurers, but I cannot shake the feeling that someone is watching us, waiting to see what we cover. I wonder if the Mountain Pass option to get to the Moonrise Tower is for like re-playthroughs, because it's not as long as the Underdark. I wonder how that's going to do it. Okay, this is the way up. Okay, there's the door.
Moving in.
Okay, I'm going back down there. Am I content? I just got an insane amount of loot, right? And we got the adamantine thing. I mean, I appreciate that. It's like different strokes for different folks, you know what I mean? Some people like I think some people like being part of a huge group of people, like one of the 76,000 people watching XQC, and like the rolling chat and like trying to get their name in there. Some people tend to come to smaller channels to actually have intimate conversation. Some people go for certain games. I think those are like the three main boxes, you know what I mean? Roughly speaking. Okay, so what we learned there was about the adamantine forge. That seems to be the large, most important part. So, top floor. Let's press the top floor button. This guy doesn't care that I have the flower around.
Don't get me wrong. I love poetry.
Gale,
as much as the
you
next
can't
one, but
be.
using it to command the-
Gale, you can't say that every time. We can't do this. Okay, I clearly can't take this thing around with me everywhere. So down to the bottom floor we go. Basement. Yes. Yeah. I think they're all the same person. I think they make new accounts constantly. Because there's like, at the beginning I was kind of indulging people because I needed 50 followers. And all the Discords are the same. It seems like. That was a rough time. Okay, so this is all covered. So we're gonna back up to the entrance we went to. Where's the throw button? Where's the blossom? This game's inventory system is crazy. Look at this. This can't be right. Where's the blossom? Okay, so we seem to have covered this whole area. So now we go out to the same entrance we came in through. And I am doing, this bird feeder is just doing great work. We're feeding the homies once again. Did you hear that? He could barely throw that thing. Do not run into the window. I'm watching you. You cannot come into the house. Don't even think about it. God, I love chickadees, but God, they must be stupid. I like them. I like birds that seem like they're kind of like frowning, you know what I mean? Those are my favorite birds. Any creature that like doesn't know what's going on, but they're like ready to go at any point, I like. Like crabs and spiders are like that. Crabs and spiders are like, I don't know how big you are, but I'm ready to go at any time. I love that. Go the wrong way. Okay, so this is the decrepit village I'm probably going to go to next. What time is it? 5 o'clock. I can't play this till 7:30 tonight again and have dinner at 9. I mean, it worked out fine, but I just can't do that. I played a League of Legends game last night at like 9 p.m., 10 o'clock. That is a horrible game to play in the summertime. When like, it's like full of high school children. It is a nightmare. It was like the most sour, miserable group of people I've ever seen. All they did was like take pot shots at each other. Like everyone was so upset. Like, this guy sucks. One guy, I was playing 80 carry. My support was the only person in my entire team doing well, but he was so relentlessly flaming the jungler. Every time he'd be like, this jungler sucks, he didn't gank bottom once, and the jungler's like, you're gonna have diarrhea within 12 days. Oh my god. They're like, report this jungler, he's trash, he didn't do anything the entire game. And then Graves would be like, oh yeah, enjoy the IBS. That would be all he would say. I didn't laugh at it at the moment because I was in the middle of a game full of like miserable League players, but in retrospect... In retrospect, that is very funny. That's a really, really fucked up thing to say, man. Oh, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Oh, I forgot all about that. It's such a, he's like cursing him. He's either knowing that the guy is like got a messed up stomach because he's a sour bastard, which is a truth to it, or he is just like wishing or cursing that guy. Skybreaker, a light hammer. What's Searing Smite? This game is giving me too much stuff. Searing Smite, 5-7. Deal an extra 1. So this is the same thing as her Avernus thing. This is a one-hand weapon for sure. Okay. Quick quest. How do you... Okay, you just click off the screen. Got it. I will always take like a bad player who's not miserable to a good player who's like a C word. It's not worth it, man. Dearest Yir. I don't know if you're coming. I'm still laughing at the diarrhea thing. It's a crazy thing to say. I played League for a long time, and like I've never seen anyone say that before. To be fair, I mostly mute nearly everyone at this point, because why would I interact with League of Legends players? I like the game. I like playing top lane. I like choosing different champions for different circumstances and holding like a good familiarity with a broad pool. But those are the worst people on the planet. Like, I'm not exaggerating. They're the worst. Yes, I would like to hear the best comeback I've ever heard from a 12-year-old gamer. I don't know if you're coming back, but if you even read this message, but if you do come back, could you wait for me? I'll only be gone a few 10 days, but the thought of coming back to this empty tower with nothing but Bernard to fill these halls, I don't know how much longer I can take this. I miss you. I miss you so much. I can't shake the thought of how different things might have been if only I had been less stubborn. Working on your lightning inventions, my magic, eating together. She's a whole lightning mage. No wonder this is all working on Gale's favor. Eating together, laughing at your stupid puns, waking up next to you. Despite everything, I still love you. So please, if you read this, can you wait? I'll be back. I won't be long. Forever yours, Lenore. A few sentences are penned below in a different hand. I waited until Terrasak. I'll always wait for you, but you didn't come. So it seems like Lenore loved a woman, right? That's a woman? And that she never came back and she's lost and sad. That's beautiful. Okay, so where are these? Send back to camp. Okay, all of these, minus the 2 discs, I'm sending to camp. 12-year-old was getting bullied and flamed, felt so bad, and the kid said, "Oh, were you born on the side of the road? Because that's where most accidents happen." That is really good. That kid grew up tough. That's like, you know how they always say that like all those kids that grew up on Xbox Live, or like it's impossible to offend them because the things they went through, like as a teenager, hearing other people like calling them the N-word every day. That's kind of the same. That's that same generation. Like they can't be harmed. That's a really good one. I've never heard that before. Okay, so we got this lore finished. That's really good. That's like an all-time good one. Okay, if I go over here, is it worth checking out? I mean, this implies this is a new area. I'm going to send Karlach with her superior jumping skills over there alone.
Come on, let's go.
Look at the jump in this lady. Look at the hops. It's amazing. That's a really good one. All right, Chunky. Keep it up. What did she say? I'm sorry. What did she just say there? Did she just say small cock? Is she insulting the player? We've already been here. That takes you to the same place. Oh, so the kid said it in voice chat. Yeah, that's great. Okay, this is not gonna happen. There's no further adventures here. Unless I go... I like how you can just jump through the map in non-turn-based mode so easily. Whee! You guys good? Okay, so that was a fun excursion. I don't know how much I really learned there. Besides with the Adamantine Tower. And that wasn't even from this. Wait a minute, that was from the fucking crystal. So I guess Lenore probably might be in Baldur's Gate. How dark it's getting. It's 5 o'clock. This reminds me a lot of Dark Souls 1. As I was saying before. Like that rickety village. Blight Town, I think it's called. That was a nightmarish part of that game. Give me the purple fluorite shard. Come on. Rude. Okay. Classic fork in the road. I think right. I'm gonna have to fight one of those stupid burrowed guys again. I just know it. What is this? A mining expedition gone wrong? Executed... I'm sorry, what's that called? Executed Deep Gnome? Crooked Wander Fireballs. You can use an action to cast Fireball from this broken wand. All very nearby creatures must make a dexterity saving throw. Targets take 8 to 48 fire damage. Okay, so this is like a suicide bomber wand. Can I equip that? Okay, so I think you just use it. Good to know. Nothing here? Hold on. If I use it here, can I blow through this? So, let's get to a safe distance. Actually, it doesn't really matter. He has the evocation thing, right? Let's stand right here. And let's use my fun new toy and see how badly this can go. That didn't work. That didn't work at all. I wasted it? I could have used an extra fireball. When did I just save? I saved here. Okay. I'm gonna get that wand back. Down, down, down by the river. I'm gonna check if the cat wants in. It's actively raining out. Hold on. Oh. Well, she definitely wanted in. Alright, where are we?
My feet can carry
The blue jay's back. The blue jay with a totally scraggled bald head. That's crazy. Okay, we're going this way then. Who executed these gnomes? Short Sword of First Blood. Deals an additional 1 to 8 piercing damage to targets that still have all their hit points. Interesting. That's a very interesting monk weapon. Okay, so he might have 2 weapons now. Oops. He might have 2 weapons now. This is so much better than this is. Where do you say? Where does you see what the level is? Okay, so is there anything in this guy's thing that shows that he can or cannot do? This is tough. It still feels like this thing, because of the bonus to unarmed attack rolls and damage, and the unhampered resistance, makes this like far and away the best thing for him to use. Versatile, wielding with both hands. So if I use the Short Sword of First Blood, can I put it here? It says versatile. What does that mean? Can be used with one hand or both. Deals more damage when wielded with both hands. I can't toggle dual wielding. But this sword is bad. 4 to 11. But this sword is very good. But I can't wear both. This is an amazing ambush sword. (5 to 17 versus 4 to 11. That is a huge difference. I don't know. It's hard. Do I have any other good swords? I've been using this weapon. I've been using this weapon for so long. All right, that's really, really tempting. Duly noted.
These things have stayed interesting.
Okay, so I just climbed up here. So there's 2 different ways to go that both lead to the same place. Rogue Morthal.
Why does the air smell like mind control?
I'm sorry, what? The Myconids. Oh boy. Her Outlander magic just gave me a sense of what this battle is going to be like. Uh-oh. Shit.
That voice.
Hi, sweetie.
Do you hear it too?
Good girl. Oh, hello, baby. Go to bed? Get in there. Yeah, what a sweetheart. Hi, honey. Oh, were you outside when it was raining out? There it is. There it is. There, she's back in the spot. When I pet her on this, she's like always kind of like vibrating up and down. Oh, sweetie. I had, as I mentioned earlier today, I had like a pet that died prematurely a number of years back, and then even having a pet now. I think there's something that I think about more than most people do. I'm not even saying that it's necessarily to my benefit. It isn't. But I think a lot about how a pet that you have is entirely reliant on you. And that, like, touches me very profoundly. Like, yeah, they can usually, especially cats, they'll find someone else to adopt them if you don't. But it doesn't mean that they're not, like, completely attuned to you at all times in a way that, like, is very touching. Like, I'm kind of going through a little bit of a thing with my girlfriend now, where now that she's about an hour and a half away, there's like some talk of like how we're going to split our weekends and will she come up here, and how I try to balance like my streaming time, which is like not making money, with like going to visit her where she is and seeing my like high school friends and a lot of things. But like kind of a part of it is like I don't really like leaving my cat just like alone in the house. If I was going to leave her overnight, I wouldn't fucking have got her back here. Like, I'd still leave her with my folks who have a huge farmland, who have a huge farmhouse. But I got her back because it's like important to like have the companionship of someone who I've known for her entire like 5 years of life. It's just something that's like hard to convey to people. Like, we went to go to Toronto where her family is, and we didn't go drop in her family because we wanted to only do one overnight. And part of the reason we only did one overnight is I wanted to come back quickly, because this is my house, you know? It's just a weird setup. Good girl. Good girl. I know. Don't worry, I got some salmon and shrimp coming your way. Anyway, Monk, still your thoughts to this new voice.
No, listen. I'm micing it. It's warning us.
Are you sure it's warning us?
They're coming. You're coming.
What are we talking about here? Exactly. How did I get here? Alright. It's an orgy. Everybody's coming. Okay. I came from there. It's a lot of different routes to go, but this route is covering the ground I went to before.
Prime spot for an ambush.
Who is this guy? A Duergar slave hunter. That doesn't sound like a very nice job. He's level 7? He's enlarged? Affected entity will attack as soon as its enemies are within reach. It can only be spotted with a successful perception test. He's also extremely tanky against poison and illusion. Okay. It's been raining out for a while, so I opened the door and she was just there in a millisecond. All right, what's this guy got going on here? Let's chat. He's a slave hunter.
What? Gek? Got someone sneaking up on us?
Hold up your palms in peace.
What's this? Got ourselves an infiltrator.
Yeah, you're right.
You move pretty quietly. Not quietly enough for my liking, though.
Okay, have a good time. I'm glad you guys are hosting. That's so cool.
Reckon I'll hush you before something hungry comes along.
His gnarled fist grips an axe.
Okay, okay. Charisma checks are not necessarily my forte. I could have killed you before you even noticed me, but didn't. Stand down.
Fine. I'll let you live. But spoil my
You see the birdies,
odds,
kitty?
and you're dead.
Look, there's a chickadee up there. See? See? What are you doing here?
Told you. Hunting. Slave ran away. Took Sergeant Thrin's.
This guy's got a big nose.
Killed a slave and fetched back the leather. Or the bosses in Moonrise will have Thrin's hide.
Would you really kill someone for a pair of boots?
Sergeant told me to. Besides, we're talking about a slave.
Interesting. I'm helping a slave catcher.
Not, are you? Reckon I'll just roast and eat it.
Oh, you're fine. Stop it. Oh, we are fighting them? Just because I don't like what you're doing, he's like, alright, well, you're dead. This guy's a level 5. This guy's a level 7. One, two, three, four. Okay. This guy is the big problem here. Does he think we're down there? That was the cinematic is him looking down on us, but we came from behind? Okay. Gale. Time to reduce that guy. Okay. Oh, I have the second attack. I forgot about that. Oops. Well, you can't take it. You can't take him with you. What do I throw at this guy? A drum? A disc? A ball? A gem? An ingot? Does the damage scale with the weight of the item? A large bottle? I throw a large bottle at the dwarf? Come on. Path is interrupted. Stop it. Where's that bottle? Should I throw a shovel at him? I need that shovel. What if it breaks? A canteen? We're throwing a canteen at the dwarf? I didn't do anything. Alright, whatever. Oh, that is a real complication. Temporarily hostile. If you knock out this entity or flee from combat, it may harbor some resentment but will not remain hostile. Undead fortitude. Okay, so we have to take out Cole. This guy.
With ease.
I might be able to knock out. He counterspelled me. Alright, dude. God damn it. Okay, so it's time for the old pop-off. Charge shove. Later, asshole. So I can't get... this guy's in the way. Alright. There's an invisible guy too, so stick together. What are these spells? I got Ray of Fear, Wounding Ray. There we go. Hit me with a blessing.
Die, so your carcass can rise.
Who's that? Who said that? Okay, we gotta shove this guy off.
Can't slow down.
Oops. Oh no! Too heavy to shove because he's enlarged. And he goes next, so I can't reduce him yet with Gale. So I just have to give him the old 1-2 punch. Action. Stunning strike. Flurry of blows. That's all I can do. And then you climb down here. Okay, there's more of these dudes. I've been blinded. Okay, Karlach is going to just ruin your life, pal. Alright, so let's shrink this guy down to size. Reduce 55%. What does mage armor do? Base armor classes. Alright, fuck this guy. Shrink him anyway. How many counter spells does this guy have? Is it once per turn? That's an insane spell. I should use that. Alright, well, fuck me, I guess. Is that the invisible guy? Where is he? What happened there? Oh, we're burning? Okay. So, can I push him? Still too heavy to shove. Alright, time for the frenzy. Rawr! Lacerate. She's got that range now. It's pretty sick. Alright. So I feel like the cleric generally is the one whose role in combat I am the least clear on. I can use turn undead here. Where's that? Hi baby, you're beautiful. Yes you are. What a sweetheart. The birdie, look. Look. Cats don't understand pointing. Okay, turn undead, turn undead, turn undead, turn undead, turn undead. Okay, I already used the prayer, so I can't use that instead. Got it. So, let's... Can we blind him? 55%. Beacon of Hope. Spirit Guardians. Spirit Guardians. Radiant. Call for spirits to protect you. Nearby enemies take radiant dance per turn, and their movement speed is half. That is sick. Okay, so I'm the only person who needs healing here, so I'll just heal myself. Good. So we are just gonna stick around and see what happens. What's this? The invisible guy? He jumped over there. What did he do? He silenced us? Oh, does that mean my aura is done? No, I still have it. Because of her boots, I think. The concentration aura thing. Okay, there's a lot of guys coming in. They're going for him. He has a lot of guys. Oh my god. That's a lot of damage. He's dead. Okay. This time do I have a step of the wind disengage? Yes. Return to safety by disengaging. Jump no longer requires a bonus action. I don't need that. Can I get out of here? Yes, I have to do this. Step of the wind, disengage. And then jump over them. Okay. Jump over them. Breathe fire on the lot of them. Of the ladder.
Light on my feet.
Jump again. Whee! Alright, that second jump was just for fun. But someone's got to deal with this guy over here. Okay, whose turn is it? Him again? He's going to knock her off. Where'd he go? He's jumping over there. That's all you did? Pussy. Okay, so there's one undead dude here. The problem with him being invisible is The problem with him being invisible is we can't see him, and we can't make sure we can't take out all the dudes he's playing with. Okay, so if we're here, see, always high defense against this crappy spell. He counterspelled me again. How is that possible? There's no way he can see me, right? Oh my god, this guy's a 67 health too. Okay, so you are going to push this guy back off here. 94%, nice push. Oh, that was a good one. Alright. Let's just focus on the here and now. Okay, so let's guard this path. Can't heal, but if I go to here, I should be able to. This is not really worth it. Let's use a buffing warding bond on her. And then I heal myself. Wait a minute. I never read this before. Warding bond. Creature is bound to an ally. Each time the ally takes damage, the creature takes the same amount of damage. But this entity is a bonus armor class and saving throws. Okay, I didn't know that's what I was doing. Maybe that's not going to be the one. Okay, all 3 fucking doors are still alive. Except the one who I pushed off a cliff. So 3 of 4 are alive. Alright, get out of the way. Get out of the way, you maniacs. Oh yeah, opportunity choice. There you go. Now Shadowheart is going to push my own dude off the cliff. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, we're thinking about it. Someone got slammed. Okay, where is that guy? Okay. Get a little closer to him. Complicate his life slightly. Where is he? Where is he? He's right back on us. I can't imagine I can't understand how he got that counterspell through all that. He's gonna use it again. If I use a cantrip.
One by one.
Guess you can't block cantrips? Oh, he's like, that was not okay, dude. Oh. Oh, my back. I think my back's broken. Oh, okay. Okay, if I enlarge myself, maybe it's kind of like HGH. So can I not use a cleave with this thing? Lame. I missed my greatsword. Okay, where's he? Okay, just to be clear, we cannot push him. He's too heavy to shove. Okay, just get on this guy's ass. I don't care. I don't care. Just hit him. Okay, you can do a little better than that. Finish him off. Oh, you did one? Oh, there's like a 25% chance not to kill him there. Okay, so if you get out of here, I'm going to hit you. Do you understand that? Did you aid? Did you heal him? No. You're healing him. That's fine. Okay, do I get any more turns? Now we get the reanimated corpse super party. But she's very tanky. Except Shadowheart is getting hit. Oh. Oh. Alright. Can I just deal with these guys? Where's this guy? Push him. Now hit him. Okay. Push him as shove as a bonus action. So hit him twice and then shove him. Oh, I'm gonna do low. Are you kidding me? He didn't take damage? This is not my day. Alright, I'm in big trouble here. I'm going to run and hide.
Catch a break.
You can't catch a break. That's my own. He's using, my own guys use my own lines. Okay, yeah, blind him. Sure, no one cares. Oh my god, what was that? Okay, I'm gonna throw a firebolt cantrip at your body. Okay, later, idiot. So where's the other guy? The other guy's over here. This guy's pissed. Okay, so the awkward thing about killing someone and pushing off a cliff is you don't get their gear, right? Okay, rush attack. Brace, melee. This is a sick move. Oh my god, she is such a monster. That was like 65 damage. Okay, so why are these things not dead? Okay, let's get here. Let's get right in the mix of them. Do I have another level 3 spell? I do. Let's get right in the mix of them and use Spirit Guardian again. The Radiant version. Okay. So who needs healing? Anyone? We're good? I think we're good. Maybe shove this little guy. Get off the cliff, asshole. Yeah. So we're only worried about Lurgan now. Get away from him. Stay away from my monk. Ugh. Yeah, hit him. We don't mind. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be just fine. Oh. Okay, so you need to assassinate this man.
Let's get this over with.
It never stops being funny.
On my way. On with the weave.
Target is blocked. Are you stupid? What is happening here? Threatened enemy is close. What are you talking about? This is the spell, right? That was sick. Shove this guy in the fire. Didn't work. Shoving off people off the cliffs is the best, but I think that I can't loot the... I shoved a guy over the cliff over here. That means I can't loot him, right? So, you know, downsides to everything. Okay, we're still got the aura of light going on here. No, wrong person. Okay, so there's just this guy left. So, I'm going to leap. No, if I leap, I'm going to have a bad time. So I'm going to brace myself. I'm going to give myself a ranged brace. And I'm going to shoot arrows at this guy. %. 16%? Are you kidding me? A braced melee attack is 16% when they're below me? I had Burlette knock a boss into a chasm, then I couldn't loot him. That sucks. Yesterday, and witnessed the after effect of this, but I got I was trying to escape a battle in the Underdark, and in the moment the animation was going off for Gale to be escaping from combat back to the camp, a Burlet rushed out of nowhere and attacked him. So instead of going back to the camp, he was downed on the beach where you start the act with everyone else in the Underdark. That was a moment. Okay, what do I got left here? I got a frenzied attack. Why was that attack so weak? 16% in this guy? You must be at your goddamn mind. I also forget to use poison a lot. Okay, so this is the last guy, right? Yeah. Wait, there's two. Whatever. Shoot a, what do we got to shoot at this guy? Firebolt. Look at this guy, he's nuts. Why is everyone's defense so high? Yeah, so, Shadowheart is a mace. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa, what the fuck? Yeah, Shadowheart has a mace that if she hits once, she gets famished, and if she doesn't hit again after that, she might go mad. So after the battle was over, I was like, why are we still in combat? What's happening? And then Shadowheart pushed Karlach into the Underdark from the Spider Den. So then we're like, okay, well, I guess we gotta follow Karlach down there. And then I get there, and I'm about to do a long rest, and 2 Minotaurs start combat with me immediately. And then we try to run away from the Minotaurs. 2 of my guys get away with Featherfall to jump to a lower platform, and just as Gale is getting back to the camp, he somehow gets attacked in mid-animation, and it all went to shit. Okay, what did you do to her, by the way?
This'll help.
Fucking crazy. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. When she shoved my teammate, which is not the first time it's happened, and then the screen went dark and it went into a cinematic, I've never been so confused.
Strike you down.
This guy is crazy. I couldn't believe it. It was like the glitch of a century. Okay, I'm gonna use magic missiles on this guy because magic missiles still continues to be the most useful spell I have. Ironically, see, look at that. Lightning charges, bitch. Get out of my face, punk. Yo, back up. No, all right. All right, how we doing? We have 1 HP. She lost frenzy. Okay, they do show you where you take damage if you take damage, so they do help you with your track. That's good. All right, you want to be done? Journal. Find the missing boots. Why are these still here, not in the completed section? The Duergar died before we could find the slave. I don't know what happened. I don't know how he died. Darn, that's really hard. Okay, so I'm not...
I can't wait to sleep.
Yeah, we're having a rough time. Okay, Fables of Faerun 4, The Magnanimous Miner. It's time for me to loot and I think stop. We'll see. In the underground city of Mantle Jarith lived a deep gnome called Sadie and her father Sam. Each morning, the hardworking Sadie traveled to the nearby grotto, pick in hand to mine gems. Each night, the lazy Sam would count them and demand even more. You cannot rest until I'm the richest man in all of Faerun. One day, Sadie encountered a stranger on her path home, a haggard creature, grey of skin and small of stature. "A darrow," claimed Sadie. "Please," said the darrow, "I have no money and no home. I beg of you, a single ruby, so I might sell for food." Sadie found pity in her heart and gave the beggar a ruby. She told her father about the darrow upon returning home. "Do not believe his lies," warned Sam. "Darrow is selfish, demented creatures. Give him no more, lest I cast you away." The darrow was waiting for Sadie next day. "Please give me 10 rubies so that I might sell them for shelter." Sadie, moved by his plea, Dizzy asked him and journeyed home, where Sam rebuked her. "An inferior hall," he said. "This will not stand." On the third day, the Darrow appeared in the grotto. 100 rubies, please, so I might feed my brothers and sisters. The kind-hearted Sadie handed the beggar her entire sack of gems. As he took it, there was a great flash of light. Where the beggar had stood was a massive gold dragon. "You prove yourself generous of heart and spirit. Come to my lair and share my golden hoard." Sadie eagerly accepted, joining the dragon in its opulent hideaway. One year later, Sadie passed a beggar near the grotto, her own father, Sam. "Sadie, I have no money and no home. I beg of you, a single ruby, so I may sell it for food." Sadie found no pity in her heart and walked away. Inconsistency. You can give your dad one. Stop it. Okay, Gek Cole. The Slave Driver. Scroll of Misty Step. Scroll of Vampiric Touch. Exterminator's Axe. A two-handed axe. Now we are talking. And then a glow cap mushroom. Okay, Novice Garmor. What do you got, bud? Gold. Okay, let's compare that. Let's compare and contrast with our current weapon. 3 to 19, 5 to 14. Scourge of Pest deals an additional 1 to 6 damage to plants, insects, and small creatures. Proficiency with... She's not persistent with martial weapons or great axes. A barbarian isn't proficient with great axes? Oh no, here we go. Okay, let's just review. This is a blue weapon. 5 to 14 with Sorrowful Lash. To be fair, I never once used Sorrowful Lash. Two-handed Great Axe. 5 to 21 versus 5 to 14. Gee, I wonder. I wonder if we'll use that. This is two-handed, right? It looks a little wimpy for two-handed, but we're doing fine. Okay, I'm not gonna... am I gonna loot any of the reanimated corpses? Nope. Okay, we're all fucked up. So that is one more guy. Do we loot this guy? So warding bond is until long rest. Interesting. There's so many things I just never really noticed. What do you got? Gold. Basic poison. Scroll. Chainmail 130. That's gonna do that. Okay, how far over the limit she is? A lot. This is going to put her over the limit. This is probably heavy as fuck. Nope. And yeah, it did. Shit. Okay. 130 gold, though. That ain't nothing. Okay, how much over were we? 18. Yeah, fuck that. Okay, so let's get this purple fluorite shard here. And then let's check this faded logbook. And then I wonder if I get out of here soon. And go recoup my losses. The inside cover reads Borough Warden Myrna. The pages are lined with neat calculations, equipment logs, and expedition notes. The final entry reads, back after a 10-day in the Northern Quadrant, 2 potential mining sites scouted. Discovered a vein of Arendor. Wellsell did a bang-up job. Organized ships and led the first dig. Brother or not, he'll be a great Borough Warden one day. But he needs to keep his temper in check and practice reading the stone. He's as blind as a surfacer sometimes. Planning to take him out later along the Ebon Lake to practice. Okay, it's the Warden's workbook now. So, we came from here, and we descended upon them, despite them not expecting us to descend upon them. So, let's take a look at where is Underdark the beach. Arcane Tower. So we didn't find a sigil over there. We kind of messed up, I think. This is a great map. What's this? That's the mountain pass. Underdark Civilian Outpost. Runaway Slave is up there. Roger that. It's pretty close. So, this is where the Myconids are, I think. Okay, so up here. I should just do a long rest. It's time. We have 1,500 supplies and we need 80. I could maybe cut that down a little bit. Maybe I don't need the most insane. It's a bit of an overindulgence. There's Withers, there's Gale. Will, no one wants to talk to you to stay as a demon forever. I should maybe talk to Lae'zel about those Githyanki pieces. You guys are fine. Shadowheart's fine. Traveler's Chest. Lae'zel's here.
Speak.
Ask Lae'zel about the disc from the Underdark.
The disc appears in your mind's eye. Lae'zel sees it too and considers the vision.
Tirsu markings. Ancient. I recognize them, but I can't make sense. No. Wait. The texts are enciphered, but I've solved the pattern. It's a story. About Orpheus.
Your head buzzes in concert with Lae'zel's, but it hardly matters. Even without the connection, you'd recognize her discomfort.
Who's Orpheus?
Traitor. A dead one. This text is heresy. I can hardly bear to read it, let alone speak it.
You'll bear it just fine. Just tell me what it says.
Very well. I will read it to you.
No one asked you to complain.
The Prince of the Comet, Part 1. So it was that we were free from Geich shackles and turned our blades on each other. The heavens were shattered, and one great empire was divided in two. Gith traveled to the Hells to broker help for her people, her cause. Vlaakith would have you believe Mother Gith proclaimed her our queen. Lies. Gith made no such proclamation. Vlaakith seized the empire against the Mother's wishes. But Gith had nurtured a son, Orpheus, Prince of the Comet, the true heir. He knew Vlaakith's treachery. Orpheus rallied Gith's honor guard and declared the throne for himself. The War of the Comet had begun.
It's exciting.
Disregard this drivel. Gith declared Vlaakith queen of the Empire, and her own son defied her. Orpheus would have ceded control to the Geich.
And if it's true, it sounds like Vlaakith betrayed Gith and seized the throne.
She did nothing of the sort.
Just asking.
Thank your good fortunes I'm a tolerant woman, or I'd have sliced off a few toes for suggesting it.
Lae'zel is like being paired with like the really, really serious, dedicated person on a school project who you like recognize is useful, but like is just such a like pain to talk to. Is it me, or have you been looking at me differently? Is it me, or have you been looking at me differently? Alright, what's the nighttime story this time? What the fuck is that? You want to use 104? No, I want to use 80. Oh, here he is. You found us in the Underdark, you beast. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my god.
Holds out his leg, revealing a ragged.
Someone heal that owlbear immediately. Look at that. Why are you moving like that? Nature, inspect his wound. Intelligence. Medicine, attempt to heal the injury. Survival, try cleaning the wound. Attack him. Oh, he's so cute. He's looking at you so trustingly. Okay, we need bonuses. Every bonus right now. We have to heal the owlbear cub. It's very cute. Oh, come on. Come on. Where's the stupid guidance, you asshole? You're such a fucking asshole. I may have to use more of my inspiration on this fucking owl, these fucking animals. Oh, I'm gonna fail it. I'm gonna fail it. Okay, we're good. Oh. Heal the injury.
As the wound closes, the cub begins testing his weight on the leg.
Oh, he's okay, buddy.
A little beast's quite charming once you get accustomed to the smell of rotting flesh.
I love that cleavage, Shadowheart. Okay, we tamed the cub. Where is it? Oh, you look at the little guy. I gotta talk to him. Alright, where's my potions at? No, not the simple toxin. Basilisk oil. Where's my potions of animal speaking? There we go. I got 7 of them? Oh, yeah. Who needs Wild Heart?
Home.
Yeah. Yeah, it is home. Everyone approves of that. Not Shadowheart, though.
Nice. No bite.
Yeah. No, don't bite us. Did I pet him? I feel like I got an unsatisfactory petting animation there. And now my screen's black. What happened? We good? Is everything okay? Is anyone gonna bite me or molest me in the night? Oh yeah, it's morning. We're doing great. We got a whole menagerie. I got some paintings. Can I get some of these paintings like on the walls? Can I get a custom tent? Where'd the painting go? Here it is. Portrait of Sibyl. I want to see this. Oh, I love her. A shrewdy, wily elf is a person in the foreground of this painting, ready to sink her carefully illustrated blades into an unsuspecting target. Oh, I love her so much. Where's the Fane painting? I think someone's got that still, right? We'll figure this out. Anyway. Leave camp. Should talk to Volo more often. Volo's got some good like memes to him. Okay, everything's fine.
So that's progress.
So let's go find that slave, and I gotta wrap it up soon. Wait, what's that? What, you saying the adamantine? You see the adamantine forge is right there? What? Okay, this way seems the more prudent first move. Pick up the bullywug trumpet. The bullywug. It's like Clockwork Orange or something. Would you like a bullywug? I hate that movie.
You were swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music.
I'm a monk. You can't phase me.
Creatures sing many voices. The harmony of an entire collective.
They seem cool. Why can't one of these guys be in our party?
Sovereign, he has come.
This is out there.
Is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
This is easy mode. Look at this. We're swimming in it. Literally impossible to lose, except for you have a 5% chance to fail this.
You detect a distinct quiver in every note. These creatures have experienced recent tragedy.
I sense your fear. I've come to aid you.
Fungal roots weave through your mind.
Nice. Triple approval.
Seeking your true intent. Then the sovereign drones a new melody. Cautious, but welcoming.
Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The sovereign expects you.
I wonder if playing like a real bastard of a character makes it harder to maintain a team around you. Like, yeah, I mean, to some degree... Oh, here's the Susabark. I mean, yes, to some degree, the... Everyone has their own unique moral code of like Karlach is confrontational and doesn't like to play around, and I'm not really sure what Shadowheart's deal is. It's kind of not that easy to figure out. Gale is just looking for forbidden knowledge, etc. all the time. There's a Susur Blossom there, but I wonder like whether like it seems to quite often like fucking. When I pet a dog, it's the only thing I do that everyone approves of. So they're kind of all good guys to some degree, right? Where's the guy who's like, just kill the owlbear cub for money and meat? You know?
Fungus and mold glaze the grotesque creature's face and body.
It's not grotesque.
It drifts into your mind as you gaze upon the misshapen servant.
Leave this one. Come to me. We must speak.
Alright, to the Sovereign. Hook Horror Spore Servant. There's a trader here. Sovereign Glut. Hold on, I gotta talk to this guy first. He's got a Rothe. Those things make ribs.
Shrooms are letting in more people every day. You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name.
Haven't seen him.
Right. Never mind.
Yes, I have seen him. Alright, what do you got, lady? So, do you need ingots in this game? I feel like no. And if I do, I'll just suffer the consequences later. A Pegasus feather. Why are these things not in my alchemical pouch? Why do I have a lump of myconid flesh and that doesn't turn into anything? I was just watching Succession recently, and Succession is a show with a fantastic theme, but then they use variations on that motif absolutely constantly. And I'm kind of getting a little bit of that in this game too. 147. You're keeping all your ingots? Yeah, I probably should. Hold on. Bet those gloves are sick, actually. They're pretty heavy though. Oh, you do? Okay, yeah. Well, you're smarter than I am. I'm selling them. Simple robe, ignoble hat. I don't want an ignoble hat. I'm so happy that I have a great axe again. I love a nice two-hander on my girl. I also am glad that, like, unlike Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, your weapons can't break. Where did this come from? I didn't do that. Alright, what do you got? Amulet of Restoration with 2 spells that I use for 480? It's hard to turn down. Ring mail armor 2, heavy armor for 1800. Chain shirt, medium. Hide armor, medium. And then a corrosive flail. When you miss an attack, you gain 1 bludgeoning anyway. It's just sort of like a decent flail. Okay, so I'm taking this for sure. Millie made a point about not selling gems. Each coin is like 0.1 G in value. A bestower gems, and they can be equivalent to 20 or more gold. Alright. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, interesting. I knew that from other Baldur's Gate game, they basically were like a thing to do to hold instead. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. How much is this? Yeah, it's a solid analytical point. Alright, so I'm gonna take that sweet necklace. Got anything else interesting here? I probably sold these for like 1/10 of this money. So they're just gone forever, I guess. Balsam is actually pretty good. Balsam makes greater healing potions, I think. Alright. Need some help finding... Who is he to you?
My useless husband.
Yeah.
Sent him for an errand. It's no surprise
Classic
he's
mushroom
on the
pickers. What does it look like?
Bald, blue tunic, dumb as a stick.
She's got a nice tunic too. Need some help finding him?
Knock yourself out.
Karlak likes it.
Come begging for coin if you find him.
Okay.
To ransom him to me. You'll find yourself skint and stuck with a family lout.
I like her. I like her a lot. Okay, so let's give that necklace to you, who finally have a necklace with spells that are useful. Just please, just the first time, one time, let me do the thing. What's this? Ray of Fear, Wounding Ray. Now I have 2 of my spells taken care of by this. That's so fucking dank. Okay, so... Okay, let me just review that. Also learn to raise your relations with merchants. You need to donate minimum 600 gold to be in the yellow area. So that's for like enormous purchases, I guess. I hate when games get me into all that. It's too much. So Healing Word and Mass Healing Word, 2 spells which I use, are now over here. So I get them as bonus actions. I get extra ones here. So I can technically take them off this. Unless I want to have really a lot more. So Mass Healing Word and Healing Word. The problem with Bane is that while it's effective, you don't know... Okay, where's Warding Bond? I'm not using this either. Let's just start this all over. Sanctuary. Guiding Bolt. Command. So means I only have one of these. When this is can be pretty useful. So I guess I just stick with healing word. That's a little boring. I can always use that other. What was that buff spell? Shield of Faith. Let's use that instead. Okay. Okay, I can't steal any of her stuff. It's a shame. What time is it? 6:10. This guy looks wicked.
Far you've come. Reach into memory. Tell me of home.
Another advantage of Miller's point about gems is that once you get to, say, Baldur's Gate or something, you can just find some merchant who you favor, right? Massively lavish gifts upon them, and then be able to sell everything ever to them and make better money. That could conceivably be the case. It might even be financially worth it. I think. Tell me of home. Fill your heart with memories of your most treasured places.
It reveals its own home in reply. A humid cove filled with decaying myconid corpses.
Where God destroyed my people. I am a sovereign with no circle.
I'm sure you smooth him out just fine.
I am not welcomed here.
Okay. What do we learn there?
I grow among them, yet I am not of them.
These guys got mushrooms growing up under his right breast. Okay, so what did I learn from that? Okay, so why can't I help this guy out?
Attention! Listen.
Flesh walker, tongue talker. Far you've come. Reach into memory. Tell me of home.
Tell me of home. Imagine the battlefields of Avernus. Hell had been your home for too long. My home is wherever I travel.
It reveals its own home.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
A humid cove filled with decaying myconid corpses.
But why don't you give me a quest here? Let me help, bud. I like killing people.
Destroyed my people. I do not.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, let's pick the Bullywug Trumpet. That's not his patch. Why can't I reach that? What's going on? Oh. I've been attacked by a Bibberbang. Watch out for the Bibberbang. Ugh. And what did you do to offend that NPC? Oh shit. What did you do? Okay, so everything's off limits. Is that the sovereign we're talking about here? Give me that one free acorn truffle. Nice. Acorn truffle. Why did that give me extra? This is their garden? That's nice. Why is there a spicy pork sausage back there? Did I get experience points with that too? What is happening here?
Of your transgressions,
What did I do?
they must be punished.
It was simply a misunderstanding. I guess you can't loot the dead guy. Sorry, pal. No, I looted a dead Myconid. I think it was yellow. Oh, come on. I don't want to fight these guys. See, a 4 is for sure the max. I'll give him 1. This is gonna be worse. This is gonna be like a 4. Okay, I wasn't worried for a second. It's all good. It's all good.
The Myconid calms. You may go in peace.
Yeah, everything's fine. No one saw me do shit. Okay, who's this guy? Who are these weirdos? Oh, watch out. There's a blibberbang. Watch out for the bibberbang. Alright, we're good. Can you read books without stealing them? I'm gonna find out.
Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight. But let us observe the customs of the locals.
Look at this guy. What a nice little hobgoblin.
Scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting minds.
Wasn't worried for a second.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service.
He's working on the rapport spores.
Or perhaps not.
Have you been mentally toying with the fungi here, Blurg? You creep. I've never heard of a Society of Brilliance.
Understandable. We are small in number and rarely stay in one place for long.
We're quacks.
My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place. It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep?
I feel like I'm talking to like a Star Trek character. A mind flayer infected me with a tadpole.
Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power?
Alright. Alright, Blurg, you get to learn.
You were infected by an illithid tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact. You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist.
No, we can't.
Omelium.
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant...
What am I reading here?
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside his
An
head,
illicit
but
tadpole?
He hasn't turned.
No ceremorphosis? That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted?
This is a twist? An illicit is your friend? How is that possible?
I have broken free from the Elder Brain's yoke. I no longer serve the grand design.
I'm so glad I told him my story. This is a twist.
While I respect that your opinion of my kind may not change.
What is the grand design?
Collective quest to eliminate faith and enslave all other humanoids. If that settles matters for the time being, would you like a diagnosis?
Can we move on from the fact that my race aims to exterminate all?
Let us see what lurks.
Oh, this is gonna be a mistake. Alright. Do your worst, pal. I'm the main character of this story.
As the Meloan's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive.
It's growing.
Awake. Almost.
It's smug. I have a smug tadpole in my head.
Is most unusual. The incubation period should
Oh,
Appears to be in some form
it's a late
of
bloomer.
stasis.
What happens if that stasis goes? I don't want it out. I like it.
But I suspect your transformation will be both agonizing and instantaneous.
I thought it was always agonizing, Aurelium.
Well, yes. But that
His name is not pronounced Omelium. Can you extract the tadpole?
no. It appears
That's what I thought.
from physical and magical influence. And even without the shield, the extraction
Okay, we could do without the ambience. I get it.
cranial trauma.
And does not sound ideal.
It is not ideal. The process would surely kill you.
That's fine.
But not to worry. Should you transform, I will happily perform a new examination.
Tell him about the strange mind flayer ship you were on.
The Nautiloi. Fascinating. I have never set foot on one.
I don't think this sound is intentional.
They were our warships during the greatest eras of the Illithid Empire. We ruled the entire astral plane from their decks. The design was lost when the Gith rebelled and ended our dominion.
Thanks for the information.
Of course, I am sorry I cannot assist you in its removal. But I have an idea.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking notes.
These guys need their own TV show.
Be a way to bypass
Blurg and Omelium.
There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind.
What kind of alchemy are we talking about?
Tincture distilled from a collection of rare mushrooms.
I know all about that. I'm well familiar with that, with those effects.
Influence. I would require a fresh ton of madness and Timusks.
I for sure have those, right?
Be warned, in their natural state, both of these mushrooms can be quite.
His head is pulsating.
Timusks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is
His head is pulsating,
self-explanatory.
but only when he talks does his brain pulsate. I think I already have what you're looking for.
These are fine specimens.
Oh man, we're tripping out here.
It will only take me a moment to brew them to proper potency.
Aurelium turns away to prepare the potion, lost in
I didn't know I would get myself into here.
You must drink the entire draught.
Nice.
I can make no promises as to its taste.
Just get in there, bud.
The acidic liquid tightens your throat, burning on the way down. It's a bolt of agony straight to your stomach.
Not a drop left. Very good. As the potion influences your mind, you
What have I got myself into here?
acting irrationally. Try and stay focused.
The world loses its edges, its finer boundaries. You are fluid, but trapped like a
I'm
creature
tripping
suspended in
balls.
amber.
Monk. Meditation. Use saving... Monk saving throw? Use meditation to clear your mind. I know I'm not intelligent, so it's time to clear my mind. Or do I stare into the swirling abyss? Alright, let's do the best we can. Alright, we got a pretty good advantage here. Yeah, we're good. What's that? This is crazy. Okay. Thank God we're a monk.
Relying on a lifetime of practice, you center yourself.
Your body is an anchor, implacable and calm.
The tadpole spasms, seizes. It's fighting.
I can hear. You can hear the tadpole.
Fear pierces your mind like knives of ice. The parasite digs deeper, as if it needs to hollow out your skull.
Resist the panic from within. This is crazy. She can really help you out here. +2, +2. So technically, this is hard to say. Which of these is a better shot? At this point, you have a... At this point, you have to get an 11 or more. So you have a 55% chance to do it. If you have this, you have 2 shots. If you have this, you have a much higher percentage. I think these are fine. This doesn't take a spell slot. Oh! I fucked up, right? Yeah, you fucked up. I got greedy. Just use the fucking spell slot. Can't do it. Whatever. Oh, alright, we're good.
The cold blades lose their edge. You are stalwart, turning that tide of fear against itself. The parasite swells with power. More power
This is funny.
than you have ever felt before.
He's just dancing.
Surges and twists, lashing out against that which would dare to intrude. The parasite in your mind quiets, pleased with itself.
That's a funny line.
Are you well?
That lava is like nothing I have ever observed before. Its power is unsettling.
Unsettling. I felt it grow inside me. There's more power than ever.
Such an outcome was not in my calculations.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by this going this
There is
way.
more to this being than mere stasis.
What's next? Cutting off my own head?
Crude destruction may not waylay a lava like this, but there is another possibility. I possess a ring of mind shielding. It prevents elder brains from noticing my presence. It will not remove the lava, but it will limit its influence, both positive.
No, you need that ring, bud. I'll be fine.
I would offer it as a gift.
Yeah, you can have the ring. I don't want you to die.
Truth, the ring is priceless.
It's priceless because you're going to die.
Is there anything you could offer me in turn?
Why would he care about the nautiloid in detail? No, I'm good. You go ahead.
A bold strategy. It is not
I'm a monk, my friend. Mastery of self is my one goal.
If you require it on another occasion, merely ask.
Are they gonna keep chatting, or is that the one thing? Preps, but at such an accelerated rate. Okay, so I want to find out if I can read some of these things he has without getting wrecked. I think I can. No? No? Alright, keep your secrets, fellas. So it's a little unclear what I am to do next. Let's go up top here. Who's this guy? Oh, there's the dwarf. He's got a Dwargar poison. I can fix you with that. I got the special antidote. What's wrong with you?
Dwargar. Slashed me. Poison.
That's a rough gig. You've been here a while, haven't you? Consider what you know of Dwargar poison lore. This is gonna be easy win. Not even worried for a second. See?
Dwarves Dwargar have innate resistance to poison, and thus no need for intricate brews. Though deadly if left untreated, the poison can be cured.
His eye looks so sick right now.
Or natural remedies.
Give her the antidote. Shadowheart doesn't care. There you go, pal. Maybe I'm just using the wrong characters. Maybe Astarion and Will and Lizelle like it when I like kick puppies and beat up children or something.
Why are you helping me?
How could I pass by? You were in pain.
No arguments there. Felt like a hook horror was sorting through.
Is that like a worm? Is that like a hookworm?
But that cure did the trick. Quick sharp too.
Gnomes have very funny heads in this.
But I gotta get moving. Oh, it hurts.
What does?
Oh, garters. Oh, I don't have time.
What just
for
happened
this.
there?
My kin need me.
You're in no condition to help anyone.
Maybe not. But you are. I need you to rescue my kin. We can pay. We're Ironhand clan, best artificers in Baldur's Gate.
Nice. I was like a fever.
Down here when the Dwargar snatched us up. I got away, but not the others. The Greys have them digging out some old ruin across the lake.
Across the lake? The Greys have him digging out some old ruin across the lake. Alright. What are they digging for?
Some dusty temple. It doesn't matter.
Alright, alright. I choose what matters.
Before they ever get near it.
Alright.
Thank you.
Thank
I only
you.
wish I could go with you. But here. I nabbed these boots from the Greys when I ran.
Let's just keep giving me boots as every single item slot in this game.
I'll mark where I made my escape and wait here, I suppose. Not much choice, eh?
Not much choice, eh? Give me the boots. Give me the goddamn boots. Where are they? Boots of speed. Click heels. Click the heels of your boots to gain speed and freedom of movement. Are you kidding me? All of these boots are better. Once per turn when you dash, you gain Wrath for 2 turns. I can't, these boots are sick. Honestly, I don't use this too often. I just really like the idea of it. These are more... He needs more bonus actions. And if I do a lightning build, I will use that. But that is not this day. I don't like how these are yellow, but then the overhang symbol is red. That messes with me a little bit. What is the creature doing to those corpses?
Sovereign's thick fingers stroke.
This is the sovereign.
A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you.
Flesh talker, I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
A violent vision grips you. Dwergar, dark dwarves chopping myconid remains.
That's the dude. We killed that guy.
Broke our peace. They killed our young.
The sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many, but intruders remain. Lakewood.
I think we took care of them already.
The sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find Dwergar invaders near Lake's Edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
Dwergar invaders? We can manage that. Better than picking this fight, surely.
The Dwergar are slain, the rot has been purged.
The music shifts, still melancholic, but now
I still don't get a Shadowheart approval for that, despite her speaking up to say that she approves of it.
New harmony. Serenity. I name you Peace Bringer.
Thank you. This guy has a really, really sick design.
Through the air, your heart swells with bliss with your every breath.
Hopefully these fragrant spores can...
You have given to us. Freely you may take. The Guardian Gate is open. Go and claim your reward. But before this, I have another boon to ask of you.
Okay.
You have cut out the Dwergar blight.
Dwerg. This guy is so cool. Look at him.
In your mind's eye, Spore shows you a drow striding among myconid dead.
Okay.
Near. This one is called. He hunted us. Hunt him in turn. Bring me his head, and I will know my circle is safe.
My, this sovereign likes to delegate.
I think one of my favorite things that I did in the custom character creation is to put a vaguely sort of goofy, pleasant face on this guy. It is endlessly giving me entertainment. Alright, I'll do it. I don't like drow.
Lurks in the ruins beyond the lake. Bring him death.
Ooh, this guy's a vengeful one.
Return.
But the Myconid live here. We have to bring back, like, you know, stability to the Force. What the fuck? Okay. Reach the Sovereign's Refuge. Find Balin. I don't like that this is here. Surely that's an option, right? Interface. It shouldn't be on the map. Is there anything to do against that? Input mode. No. Fine. Accessibility, show genitals. Okay, so is it gameplay? Show genitals is in 2 different places. Okay, there's nothing here that shows that, like, you can't just take this off. Like, it's a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of a spoiler, you know? Over here is reach the mountain pass, so there's another way. So if I turn back and go right, there's more to this area. And if I go left, I can find this. If I go this way and that way, I can explore more of this area. If I go over here, I can find this refuge, which seems to be like the place that he's trying to reward me at. Here, okay. Let's find the reward first. Seek, and you shall find. Okay. You gonna open the backpack or what? What's going on here? Wow, that's sick. What's going on here? Is this game bugged? What is this? This looks like a very cool item that I cannot use, surely. Shrouded in Shadow, class action. And become invisible. Invisible ends early if you attack. This is free invisibility. God, it looks so sick. Another thing I cannot use. Unlucky. Yeah, I'm feeling like down here with all the drow and everything. It's feeling pretty painful. What is going on here? What is happening? Game is fucked right now. If I leave here, will it get better? Something's wrong. What? If I leave here, are you gonna let me live my life again? Am I missing a skit? I can't even change characters. I can't skip things like they're asking me to. Something's wrong. Okay, so if I load game, I can't. If I quit game, I can't. Main menu's not working. Options, session, resume. This is super trippy. All right, I think I recently got a reload, so I think I can just close this. And then maybe I'll just never come in here again. We'll have to see. So if I go here, is anything better? Space to skip this is not working. Wasn't really anything important in here. All right, I know when I'm not wanted. It's a little bit early, but I want to get some food in me while it's still kind of bright out. And kind of sucks. I feel like if I work my time better, I could probably get a little more than 6 hours over 2 sessions in a day. Because it always feels bad to stop, but I don't really like playing at night. Anyway, I'll figure it out, and hopefully that little part works better next time. And I don't know where my last save was, but can't be that bad. Okay. Anyway, I'm off. See ya.